Okay, so this thing comes along. Well, I'm Oye. I guess I should do an introduction when we come to this. I'm Oye, and you're now in the Soul Garden, and this is probably part three of this Rise Up series of Soul Sessions. So we were at that midpoint of that second Saturn return that's coming soon. And you may have found yourself in an unexpected situation that has kind of really um, been like the ice bucket challenge on your life, you know. And so, depending on the work that we've done prior to this moment, kind of really sets the backdrop for how you move through this experience. And so, if you find that you're 42, 43, and now you have a new thing that's coming into your space to challenge you, but you had made some changes in the past. I want you to take heart because you're getting there. You know, for every you society shows us a lot of young um, success stories and gives the impression that you know it's like that when that may be the case for some, but for most of us we go through a lot to find our voice, you know. And so just know that beginning again at 43, 42, that's nothing. You can do it. You can do it because everything that you've been through is going to inform your voice. You know, it's going to give you that resonance and that depth that will allow you not only to transform your own life, but also to be in service to the women and young girls that are coming behind you, which is really our responsibility, you know. So, if this thing is coming to your space, just the first thing I want you to realize is that it hasn't come to stay. And the length of time that it stays will depend on those same characteristics, those same qualities that you employed to get out of the last thing. And that's persistence, determination, courage, and hard work, and study. Because you got to look around now and see what's in your space. What are the thoughts and the emotions that you're holding on to that you need to cleanse and let go? This is the cycle of life. It's like the seasons, the way that they move. If you observe the plants, it's a time for everything. It says in the Bible, it says in most holy books, sacred books, it's the teaching that in nature, all your answers can be found. And so we begin again. And you can begin again. I just want to give you that encouragement that it's definitely not too late. So now, but in addition to if that thing has come, you also find some other gifts have come, more confidence, more self-assuredness. But what we are trying to get to is the authentic expression of who you are, who you came here to be, who you came here to serve. How did you come here to make the world a better place? What is your purpose? Why are you here? What are you doing? What did you come to do? This is where you want to get. So now we're 43 and we're going on in, you know, for the 50s. And for those of you who are 42 and younger, you're doing this cycle. 42 and older, this is the next iteration. And so now we're going to take a few years to, this is the, you know, you did the difficult work of digging way down deep and you got the secrets out and blah, blah, blah. You've done that hard work. You've released shame and guilt and fear and anger and resentment. You've forgiven the people that broke your heart, stole your money, you know, beat up your child. You forgive the people. You're ready, you're open, you're excited about what tomorrow is going to bring. And so I want you to take a deep breath. And now you're going to take more control over what's going to manifest. It's not going to be a big surprise. You know, life is very orderly. And if we get in sync with the rhythms and cycles, and if we move when, it was a song, when I move, you move, just like that. Well, that's what nature is saying to us. when we look at the phases of the moon, how it waxes and then wanes, and then for a while you don't see it at all. And that's the way it should be for us. There's a time to put yourself out there, there's a time to go within, and there's a time to just work on you in silence, in your prayer, in your meditation, in your study, and we have to re-engineer, reconfigure the way that we move through life as women. You have all these major life cycles, menstruation and menopause and all these things that are unique to women, and we have not embraced that and not owned that that is our power. It is not our source of our pain, and no society can tell us when we're beautiful and when we're not, because we determine how we're going to express in the world. When you're younger, you tend to want to do what the society is doing. You want to fit in and you want to have your own twist. But by and large, if it's long hair, don't care, it's that, if it's mini skirts, if it's breast implants, whatever. But I'm asking you, if you think that there's more to you, if you have even a little hint that there's more to you than that, I'm going to ask you to get off the damn merry-go-round. It's not necessary for you to expose everything that you have, which as a teenager and a young woman, that's pretty much the body is the main thing that you think that you have to offer the world, and it's really not. So just think about, what would your life look like if you didn't have to expose all of your self in order to feel accepted, in order to feel like you're beautiful? Because I'm telling you now, you are beautiful. You really are. With your clothes on. Like, you don't have to set these out or set that out. You can if you want to, if you feel so. But if you have any kind of traumas from the past, from childhood, what I recommend is that before you decide that that's just the way you are, consider some therapy, even if it's some self-help books. Consider that and get an objective opinion about it. Someone who is trained in those matters, so that you can separate out the traumatic girl self from the that's just the way I am. And once you do that, if you want to be out there like that, that's your business, but you'll be authentically out there and not out there as a victim. Okay, so now we're going up to the 50s, and I want to say to you that there is a voice inside of you that is so deep and so profound and can be accessed at any of these ages that we describe. And it is my desire to see you step into that self, step into that authentic expression of who you are. I feel that's part of why I'm here. And so since the kids are out, I think I'm going to close this one out, and we'll come back another time. But okay, so we're at 50. Let's call it quits with this Soul Session series of Rise Up. I think that I would like for us to go to our music boxes, put Andra Day on, Rise Up. Andra Day, Rise Up. That's our theme song for this Soul Session series. I love you. Awum. Until next time.